we've talked about the official Elsie Silver universe in order if you want to do it in chronological order or publication order. So now let's talk about the order that I personally read her books in and what I would recommend doing differently. I personally started with the Chestnut Springs series. I did read them in order, and I actually don't remember how I found Elsie Silver. This was before my time on Book Talk, Bookstagram, all of those things. I've been a BookTube fan since like the 2010s, but I don't think that Elsie Silver had made it over there. I think it was just a random middle of the night, probably Kindle Unlimited stumble. I did start with Chestnut Springs. I read them in order. Reckless quickly became my favorite, where it has stayed ever since. And I do believe that Chestnut Springs was fully released when I found it. So then I was very happy to find out that Elsie actually had another completed series already out. So then I went back and read Gold Rush Ranch. I did again read them in order because they were all out. And I think it was pretty close to this time that she announced Rose Hill. So then I ended up reading all 4 books in the Rose Hill series as they released. I read every single one of these in one sitting on their release day, which is a tradition I do intend to keep if I'm able to for all of her future releases. Last Christmas, I did go back and read Christmas in Chestnut Springs, her little Christmas novella, and I did also read all the bonus chapters, I think around the same time when I found out they existed. And now for what I recommend doing it in the order I read it in. My answer is yes and no. I know a lot of people find her through Chestnut Springs. If you find Chestnut Springs first, I 100% recommend going back to Gold Rush Ranch before you move on to Rose Hill. But if I could go back, I would start with Gold Rush Ranch and read it in the official chronological order. I have the whole order posted. You can click on this comment right here and it will take you to that video. I just personally love to pick up on all the little Easter eggs and clues that authors sprinkle throughout their books, and Elsie is famous for doing that. And you can definitely pick up on them in retrospect, but I think it's really fun to let that build up. If you watched my wild card reading vlog, you saw me pick up in the moment that I was like, I think this is important, and it turned out it was. And I just think that's really fun, and that's a part of being a romance reader that I love. And even though all of her series are interconnected and they are a series of books, every single one of her books is technically an interconnected standalone, so you're not breaking any rules reading them in any order. It's all up to you and your personal opinion. Where are you in your Elsie Silver reading journey? Have you read all the books? What order did you read them in? Let me know in the comments. And I'm so excited about all the little clues that she's been giving us about Fever Dream this week. I cannot wait to read that book with all of you in 2026.